blocks that people have, like mental blocks, around internalizing the message. So I've debated a lot of people who are very focused on health. So, they might actually consider the ethical issue if they can get over this hump that, well, how can I be healthy on a vegan diet? So I might focus my debate more around the health aspect, and then once we're over that, we'll get into the ethics. I've noticed some people have like weird emotional blocks like that. Well, how can I be healthy? But how would I make food? Like, there's no food choices. Well, look at all the food. Like, look at like these Pinterest pages. Look at all these YouTube channels. And oh, okay, there's a lot of food choices. And then I'll go into, okay, like how do you justify killing eating animals? And then they can't go back to that excuse that, oh, well, I can't be healthy. Oh, well, I can't have food, like these food choices. Then they can actually just listen to the message and internalize it, and you can kind of move on from there. That's usually how I like tailor my message to a specific individual. But yeah, fundamentally, my activism always revolves around this like name the trait argument, basically. Name the trait that's lacking in animals, that's lacking in human beings, or justify killing human beings. And again, if you're going to have a rights-based approach, I don't see how you cannot bring up tragedies like the Holocaust and make the comparison to animal agriculture. I think it's violating the ethical principles of veganism if you refuse to acknowledge it as a Holocaust. And I think you're doing activism a disservice. You're not really doing vegan activism. It's kind of like paying lip service to the idea of helping animals, but you're not willing to give them the personhood required to actually protect them.
Making the Holocaust comparison is very frustrating in German-speaking countries because it's actually gray zone illegal, and I have an ongoing court case because of my just imagine a world where you fight against violence and oppression, and on the basis of making a logically sound claim that wants to refute every kind of violence and oppression, you get a court case for saying that the Holocaust against Jews and other minorities in the Second World War was you're belittling it. That's what they're telling me I'm doing, and it's so fucking ridiculous. I got 2 court cases already, but they dropped every time because I always have to explain myself, and then I get invited, and I have to learn these phrases by heart because you're not allowed to say certain things there, even though they make logical sense. You're not allowed to say I made a comparison. You're saying you have to say I made a comparison, but no, you have to say I'm just showing the parallels and refuting every kind of violence about it. It's so fucking ridiculous.
You're not legally allowed in Germany to make a comparison between the Holocaust and other tragedies?
Why do you need to appeal to the Holocaust? Why can't you make your case from first principles?
Directly? Not directly. It depends on the context. It's not like 2 times it's been dropped, I have one ongoing. But yes, to a degree, you're not allowed to do that. And it's fucking ridiculous. And I will not adhere to ridiculous laws. Yeah.
Yeah. In Canada, it is illegal to deny the Holocaust, which I think is good. I do support anti-hate speech laws, but Germany seems to take it to an absurd, ridiculous extreme degree.
It's also legal to deny it here. And it's also legal to like say, I think it was 12 million or something that got killed. But if you say, I think it was less, it was only 1 million, that's also unlawful.
Yeah. I don't know if they have specific laws with Holocaust revisionism here, but I know it's illegal to deny it. So as far as when you're debating people, and I'm sure this is a unique issue in Germany, it seems, I know when I bring up this issue, when I do like street debates, people generally are pretty open to accepting the comparison. But in Germany, it seems like they'll flat out deny it, and they'll even refuse to read any literature on the topic, like the book from Isaac Bashevis Singer. What do you do?
Why do you need to appeal to a historic event? What I don't understand. Why not argue from first principles?
Debating these people to try to convince them that the Holocaust is comparable to animal agriculture.
Well, I tell them, first of all, everything is comparable. I can also compare a mouse to a microphone. That's usually the first sentence that I bring. Just from a logical point of view, everything is comparable. And then I just try to show them the parallels, and I try to make them feel, hey, imagine your family were kept in these conditions where we're treated that inhumanely. Wouldn't you want people to stand up for them and tell you that this is a Holocaust and this is rape, that your mom's being raped, and even if she has a different skin color, isn't that like murder? And I try to tell them that we used to say the same thing about black people, that it's not murder to kill a black person, that it's just harming your materialistic goods. And they usually say, yeah, that was absurd. And I was like, yeah, but that's exactly what you're saying about animals right now. If you're saying that this isn't murder, this isn't the Holocaust, then you have the same racist mentality. It's not that in Germany or in Austria people generally deny that comparison, but there are just some very loud and very offended people who go and bring me to court, or who post that I'm an anti-Semitic Nazi, and it's usually just people from the woke crowd who are then very, very, very loud, and but it usually passes after a couple of weeks, or when people who have a bit more intelligence realize that I'm obviously fighting against exactly the opposite of what Nazis fought for. So I don't really mind. It's just a nuisance, to be honest. But even in Germany and Austria, or maybe especially here, many people bring it up themselves. They say, it looks like a concentration camp. It looks like that. Or ask them, what would we call it if those were humans right now? And they say the word themselves. So they know. They all know.
Yeah. What's interesting is the word Holocaust comes from the Greek word holokausta, which means fully burnt animal sacrifice. So the term itself is comparing animal killing to human killing. And the Jewish resistance fighters who were in Nazi Germany fighting like the SS, they were talking about Jews getting on these rail cars to Auschwitz, saying it's like lambs going to slaughter. So the people who were living in that situation and facing that violence even compared it to animal violence. So it makes it especially absurd to make this argument that you can't compare it to the Holocaust.
Sorry.
Yeah, but do you actually get a lot of issues from other vegans with the Holocaust comparison?
Not anymore from the vegans that I surround myself with. So I only have vegan activist friends who know of the videos that have been going around about me being a Nazi, anti-Semitic, and they're like, this is fucking absurd. I've watched some of your stuff and you're obviously not. You're just comparing two things logically. You're refuting both. So no, I mean, I've been exiled from 2 organizations or more that I've been part of. The first one.
Can I compare you to Hitler, who was a vegan? That makes as much sense as using the word Holocaust. It actually makes more sense.
On the Hope for the Voiceless thing, they said I was too radical when I posted my first disruption video, and I went into a McDonald's and I said that this is a Holocaust, and they said they don't, even I didn't do it under their name, but they didn't want me to come to the to the street activism anymore because they got some donations and they didn't want people to stop donating because they saw my face there. And I was getting more and more traction on TikTok at the time, and very many activists are jealous. I guess you've been through the same. When you get a little bit of traction online and people see that just standing with a sign is pretty useless in comparison to making one video that gets 1,000 views, they try to channel the hate that they have for themselves and their insufficiency in their eyes to you, and then you're the bad radical person that does too much and that harms veganism, even though they have no evidence for that. So no, it's not a problem anymore in the sense that I now have the money, the network, the time to do my own activist forums, I have my own platforms. I don't need to be part of an organization anymore. And Anonymous for the Voiceless will never kick me out if I keep going the way I go. So
yeah, Anonymous for the Voiceless is a really good organization. I like calling us all the leaders of the org. They try to keep kind of human politics out of the activism. But I've seen a lot of your videos. You do have this very kind of in-your-face aggressive approach, which I appreciate. I'm like that as well, obviously. But I know there's a kind of discussion about, if we acted friendly, you'll attract more bees with honey than you will with vinegar. That saying. I disagree. I actually don't think there's really any necessity to treat people too nicely. I think it's fine to be aggressive. I think it's fine to be in your face. I don't think anybody who's intellectually honest and genuinely interested in ethics would really care too much about how you treat them. If you present, a good, concise argument, they would focus more on the argument. I've analogized this to Nigerian scammers. So Nigerian scammers will deliberately, send messages that are very obviously a scam. They'll do this to weed out people who are smart enough to tell that they're being scammed. So they'll only attract idiots who will actually respond to the message and then get suckered and send money. I think when you have a more aggressive approach, like myself or you, where you're very in your face, you don't take shit, you don't accept anybody's lies, when they kind of push back with passive aggressive attitude, you just call them an idiot, you call them, sadistic moron. I think you're weeding out people who would waste your time in a conversation where if you were to treat them nicely, oh yeah, veganism's nice. Oh yeah, that makes sense. You're a really nice person. I'm gonna go to a steakhouse now. I think you're weeding those people out, and you'll find that the people that you do have positive interactions with, they're not going to care about how you behave, and they're actually going to go vegan. I also think it's important to have a strong moral message and hold people accountable. A lot of these people are very selfish, and they've never been confronted by they've never been confronted about their bullshit. And if you're very in your face and aggressive, they might second guess themselves and reconsider what they're doing.
I like the term weeding out. I like that a lot. I usually phrase it differently, but I think it comes down to the same thing. No matter how nicely, how softly I talk, as soon as I want more from the people than rather choosing organic or at least acknowledging that animals are suffering, but actually wanting them to not be hypocrites anymore and being like a vegan, as soon as you ask for that step, no matter how you deliver this message, this wish, something burns in their brain and they just show how ready they are to actually be a vegan. And some people might call you aggressive. I've had perfectly soft core videos, and at the end, I just ask them to be vegan and not be like a hypocrite and they themselves say that would make someone a hypocrite.
Oh my god, this is so funny. So Zuckerberg looks right into her boobies. Jesus. Was this today? Oh my god, come on. Oh my god. I mean, he's still very young. Trudeau blocked you? No. Oh, what a loser. What a pathetic loser. They can unblock you. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Melania? I mean, Ivanka? It should be Ivanka. Was she always blonde? I don't remember anymore. But this guy... Bezos, that's his wife. What's what's his name? Anyway, Google, Facebook. Amazing.
Thank you, Mr. President. Sorry,
oh, it's too short.
Just followed me on the stage here. He's a very enthusiastic supporter, as you can see. So we're looking forward to we're looking forward to thank you.
Store.com to get this historic coin and help keep this operation on the air.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
We are living in such incredibly important historic times. You don't need me to tell you that. You know it. We are less than 24 hours out from President Trump being fully inaugurated as the
Wasn't InfoWars taken away from him?
47th President of the United States. A total defeat and repudiation of the BlackRock, Rothschild, New World Order globalist system. Trump is getting ready to speak here very soon. His doctrine just led the crowd in the... Trump is scheduled at noon Eastern to be sworn in and then speak in a meeting. We are less than 20 inside. They say it's the cold, probably really from what I've been told. So to describe it, it's posted on my action counter. The movers moving out. I guess the furniture that's there is moving in other furniture that Trump wants and boxes out. What an emblematic image of the people that 4 years ago staged a coup against this country and have now been openly proven to have stolen the election. And now their whole house of cards has collapsed. Their power grab, their intimidation, their bullying has backfired on every front. And it's not just here, it's around the world. I have the statements out of the EU and out of the UK and out of Canada and out of all the different globalist institutions that their world government, their leftist, neo-leftist, godless great reset is just being totally resisted everywhere. And they admit they're having their asses openly running up the white flag again and stopping the globalist deindustrialization collapse plan. Now it's the charter one in New York. And
That's a little weak, or do you think it's the right move?
I think it's the right move for a lot of reasons.
So, yeah. So anyway, we're gonna do great things here. Thank you.
I'm talking about the crew, we didn't miss any of it, he just said a few words.
We're gonna do great. Yeah.
Stay
3%. Set the
offs, insider trading, nothing wrong. And people, all these people, Patel, they went after Trump and myself. They have committed so many crimes, so many payoffs. Oh, Elon Musk.
for America to be strong for a century, for centuries, forever. So,
Stabilize civilization, stabilize America first.
and make America great again. Yeah.
Yes, hello. John Mendenberg. Are you a veganist?
Oh, no.
Are you an anti-vegan? Do you hate vegans?
I don't like them. No. Yes.
Yeah, me neither. I hate them. Very, very evil people. Very evil.
I'm fine with vegetarians, but like not vegan.
Yeah, vegans are very evil. Anyway, you live in India?
Yes.
In not Mumbai. What's the new name? Not
Oh,
Mumbai.
shit.
What?
Yes. In Mumbai. Yes. How do you know that?
I don't know. I'm guessing. Like it's a big city, so like I'm assuming it's
I'm so confused. How do you know that?
I don't know. I'm guessing. Well, there's nothing to know. Like if you hear someone, you're from India, you ask them he's from India. The next question is, are you from Mumbai? There's nothing.
Okay. Well, I'm not in Mumbai right now, so where do you think I'm at?
I don't know where you are. I don't know India. I just know Mumbai. I don't know anything about India.
Okay, I am. Bro, I was so scared.
No, I don't even know where. I don't even know where Mumbai is on the map.
No, I mean, I am in Mumbai. Yes.
Okay. So, do you believe in Jesus? Well, what's your religion? You're Hindu?
I mean, my family is, but I don't believe it, really.
Oh, you're an atheist?
I'm like under that. Yeah, probably close to that, but like I can't definitively say it's not true. But
So, do you believe there is a God or no?
I think I'm agnostic, probably.
So you're saying maybe
But
there is
if you,
maybe there is a God?
I don't believe in God, so like I'd be an atheist in that sense. But I can't I don't think I can fundamentally say that reject the idea completely.
So, do you know how life began on Earth?
I mean, I'm not like a physicist or a biologist or a chemist, or I've studied that. So, I can't fully give a comprehensive theory about that, but like, roughly, yes.
But wouldn't you say that if you don't know, you should say it's Jesus or something? God? Like if you don't know, then you have to say, oh, it's God, no?
See, no, because like, no, I don't think so. I think like that's then like God of the gaps, right? Like you fill in God wherever you can't find an explanation. I think both would be naive.
But what about who created the universe, if not God? What do you say to that?
I don't know. I mean, there's physicists who believe that there are models that where the universe could have emerged by itself. It's like very weird to think about, but like it's possible if you mathematically do it. But again, I don't know because I'm not a physicist.
Hmm. So physicists actually don't know.
No, yeah. I mean, there's no like, I don't think they have a definitive theory yet, but
Mhm.
I think like, again, if you take anything that we didn't, like, we posited God for, right? Like, science has been able to kind of explain that. So, theologically, yes, I think there are arguments to be made for God, but I think scientifically, it's difficult to make an argument for God. Just purely, not, I mean, you could use scientific facts to do that, but it would be difficult to kind of just make a scientific argument for God.
Okay, 1 second. Hello, Billy
Yeah.
Sarius.
Hey man.
Are you a vegan?
No, I just came in to say you guys are right. Veganism is bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. We hate vegans very much.
Oh,
But do you believe in
Yeah.
Jesus?
Yes, I do.
Oh. What do you want to debate Jesus or do you not want to debate Jesus?
I don't see a reason to debate him.
Okay. Do you hate Jews?
No, I don't hate the Jews, dude. What the
Oh.
fuck?
No, I'm looking to debate you on something.
Oh, do you want? Do you hate the Jews?
No, no. The Jews.
Okay.
Do you hate?
Do you believe in Jesus?
No, I don't believe in the Jesus. Not Jesus.
What What do you believe in?
I believe that anyone who says they believe in Jesus, they're lying. Oh, but you don't want
Okay,
to.
that's fine.
But you don't want to debate Jesus. So tell me, do you hate Israel?
No, not at all.
Oh my God. Are you a capitalist or a socialist?
Um, I'm definitely not a socialist, but my faith in capitalism, as I've seen it, is waning, unfortunately, due to
Mm.
the way
Mm-hmm.
due to the way it is currently, its status. I believe that it can
Mm-hmm.
be both systems can be intertwined. An extreme approach in anything in any walk of life is
Mm-hmm.
a detrimentous approach, and therefore I believe that they can be combined and a better outcome can be achieved.
Mm-hmm. I see. I see.
I Are
Mm-hmm.
you a socialist?
No, no, I'm a strict capitalist. I'm an absolute capitalist.
Do you think an absolute capitalism is achievable?
Mm. I mean, it's this. I don't believe humanity is going to survive. I think the communists are going to kill us. The vegans are going to kill us. So
Hold on, but that doesn't answer the question of do you believe whether capitalism is achievable or not? Like,
but
sorry, extreme or in complete capitalism,
yeah,
whether it's achievable.
but I know nothing is achievable. Nothing. We're not going to get off the planet. We're not going to go anywhere. We're going to die here. Humanity will die like all other the alien civilizations. They all died before they got anywhere. And so
Do
will
you not
we.
believe? Do you not believe we visited the moon?
I believe we visited the moon, yeah, but
So we have
we're not going to humanity will not expand into the stars, unfortunately.
due to self destruction or lack of resources or time. What is the reason?
Because of the vegans. The vegans will kill us. I wish I was joking. I really wish I was joking.
That's-
The vegans have
when you
just.
say vegan,
Mhm.
go ahead.
I feel the vegans are just now beginning. This philosophy is just beginning, and it will continue to grow and fester, and it will take over, and it will destroy us.
When you speak of the vegans,
Hmm.
you mean like a certain type of people? Do you mean like liberals? Do you mean people of a certain agenda, like a postmodern liberal agenda? Is that it?
It's there is a common denominator between the communists and the libtards and the LGBT and BLM and the Democrats and the vegans and the anti-natalists and the rest of them.
Do you not think? Do
What?
you not think that there? Do
Mm-hmm.
you not think that that's just plain and simple propaganda, and that
Mm-hmm.
your yours and mine's, by the way, all of ours brains to a certain degree has been washed, and that's why people are pinned against each other, and only the extremes of the extremes are truly that way. Like I understand that, there's a saying, the the greatest trick the devil has ever played on humans is making them believe he doesn't exist. So what I
Mm-hmm.
take from that is that
Mm-hmm.
you can't you can't live in disbelief about something existing when you can see it, some facets of it existing and affecting life, the life of our society as it is. Because you read about transgenders, you read about anti-natalists, like you said, all that stuff, and it's out there. But do you not think that
Mm-hmm.
quote the problem, for lack of a better word, right? Because it's a deviation from the standard, and therefore it's an issue because it's not the standard, not the norm. So do you not believe that that problem, or the people that are the deviation from the norm, are a small portion or small insignificant amount rather than the big issue that they try to make it out to be? Do you not think it's just a tiny little thing that is being blown out of proportions?
Yeah, but it will take over. Everyone will become like a vegan. It's like in the
Fucking
beginning.
vegan.
It's like in the beginning, Christianity. It started with basically, a small group of people, and it took over half the planet. And veganism
Do you
right
see
now. Yeah, go ahead. What?
do you see Christianity as a net positive or negative on this earth?
Uh, no, neutral.
Do you see Judaism as a positive or a negative?
Neutral.
What about Islam?
No, all religions are neutral.
Okay. What do you see as a net negative on this world apart from vegans, apparently?
I would say, I mean, it's not vegans. It's the whole. I mean, I'm naming it vegans, but it's leftism. But the veganism is a very strong element in the leftism, climatism, environmentalism. But veganism is it's a powerful philosophy. So besides veganism, what else is a problem? I think communism, which is part of leftism, and
Right.
socialism and fascism, Marxism, anything
Okay.
besides anything besides capitalism is a problem. Nationalism, not
I
such
don't
a problem. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know, man. Regarding specifically capitalism, it seems like it's reached its limits in terms of the benefit it carries towards the people, because like I believe that capitalism, the reason it has um enjoyed such success
Hmm.
in modern times, is because first of all it used to service the wants and needs of the masses of the people, right? It allowed to jump from from one socioeconomic position to another, right? To jump through classes. It allowed you to look forward to life. If you do one, two, three, A, B, C, then you'll be able to get more, right? You'll be able to get a promotion, to get better stuff, better forms of things, right? It's the
Hmm.
theory of forms that the Greeks talked about, right? Things are always, if you've ever heard of the theory of forms, like we have perfect
Mhm.
forms in our minds, right? And we're trying to get to that perfect form, but nothing ever can reach that perfect form. But what we can do is have iterations that will allow us to reach as closely as possible to that perfect form. And that's how you get a fucking, I don't know, Honda and a Ferrari, right?
Mhm.
They're both the same vessels in a sense, but
Wait, but
Ferrari is a more perfect form. And
wait,
the point
wait.
I'm trying to make
Mhm. What's the
the
point?
point I'm trying to make here, yeah, the point I'm trying to make here is that capitalism, like not well, early stage and middle stage capitalism, allowed for the striving to that perfect form. But it seems now it's
Mhm.
kind of giving the inverse effect because, for example, Netflix, when it was able to give you the perfect quality of 4K, it gave it to you and you just registered and you saw it.
Wait,
And
wait.
when it became
Let me try and understand. So you're saying capitalism, first stage, late stage. What are these stages? I don't understand.
the idea I'm trying to make here is that we have become so good at
Mhm.
our quote machines or systems
What do
have
you
become
mean?
so good
I
at
don't
creating
understand.
creating
Creating what?
value, wealth.
I don't.
Sorry,
I don't understand. We've become so good at creating.
creating value, wealth,
What do you mean
money.
value? Like building houses? What, cars? What,
No,
roads? What?
well, you create a service that is or a product that is needed or wanted by many people, by the masses. It has value. You bring value to it.
Like, give me an
My
example. Like a house.
Whether it's a house or a service
So
or like I
we have become so good at building houses.
no, no, you gave the example of a house. I was about to
So
give the example of
mhm.
Netflix.
So we've become so good at
So
creating Netflix. I don't understand.
can I finish the point?
What I don't know where you're going with this. I've heard this idea of.
No, you're but Mr.
Mhm.
Ability, I'm going with it. If you'll allow me to go on, I'll be able to
No, no, but
say
I'm
it,
I'm curious. What is this? No, because like I believe in capitalism. Capitalism is the only good. Everything else can only leech from capitalism. Capitalism is the best thing in the universe. Nothing is better than capitalism.
Is it
Okay.
good if someone owns like quadrillion dollars and everybody else has like 10?
Can you disable the recording? I can
Oh,
hear like
I'm on-
myself.
I can disable it.
Great. Again,
So.
to bring the
Mhm.
point back, to bring the tie it all back. What I was trying to say is that
Mhm.
to a certain degree, like until the let's say the early 2000s, maybe
No,
to
but
like
ho-
2010 the crash.
what?
Dude, but like if you want to hear my point,
No,
like if
but
you want to truly, if you're embarking on a journey of knowledge and you want to hear the points of other people, great. If not, it's fine. It's all good. I'll just stop talking because I'm putting more effort when I speak rather than when I listen. So if you want to speak and teach me, I'll be more than happy to learn.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then I'll put
you're
less effort into it.
yeah, yeah.
So I'll
Just
shut up.
you
But
don't have
tell
to.
me what you
You
want.
don't have to shut up. You just like you go on like very long monologues. That's all. So like
Because that's the way I speak. That's the way I'm able to
okay, but there's many.
express myself.
Okay, okay, but there's many people now, and
Please, many people speak away. Listen.
so Candle asked
Yeah,
a
is it?
very good question. Candle said,
Yeah.
so I said I love capitalism so much. So Candle said,
Mm.
what do you mean? Capitalism gives you inequality, and sometimes you can have super duper extreme inequality. Do you still prefer that?
Yeah.
So my answer is what actually you're describing is socialism. Like capitalism cannot create extreme disparities, extreme inequalities. So capitalism, you could argue, creates
Mm.
sort of a bell distribution, but actually something a little bit different. It's called a Maxwell Boltzmann distribution. So a bell, you know, has is symmetric, but a Maxwell Boltzmann has a zero on the left, but infinity on the right. So there's no limit, and that's why you do get extreme inequality in capitalism. You could get an Elon Musk that owns $1 trillion, and you could have people that have $0. Yeah, but the total distribution, you could imagine it as a bell curve. But there's a lot of money in the center. Sorry, the most of the population has like the average. Some of the population, you know, there's extreme poverty, but it's limited at zero.
Okay.
And then you have unbounded wealth on the right. So you could have infinite wealth on the right. Yeah, and I prefer this distribution over what socialism gives, the alternative to capitalism. So I prefer capitalism over socialism. Hello, Christ is Koenig. Candle, did I answer your question?
So, well, yeah, I can see that you prefer that to that, but do you think that the potential for unbounded wealth is a problem?
Not really. If you just assume, no, because theoretically it's the same distribution. You get the same distribution with height, beauty, athleticism, popularity, health. I mean, it's all the same. It's just a natural distribution. The Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution is just a distribution of the velocities of gas particles in a gas. So that's just that's how actual natural distributions occur when they are zero bounded on the left and unbounded on the right. So,
So,
mhm.
mhm.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Your argument is that because it doesn't cause a problem in these other domains, that it's not doesn't cause a problem in the domain of wealth.
That's actually not my argument. I didn't say my argument. I meant I didn't present the argument. So the argument was that it's the same distribution as IQ, right? So IQ is limited at zero on the left, but at infinite on the right. And
I don't think
basically,
so.
what?
I don't think so. I think IQ is like a measure of like one in, like I don't know what the exact translation is, but I think like let's say like 150 like means 1 in 10 million. Like IQ refers to something like that,
It
like how
doesn't
rare something
matter.
is.
It doesn't matter. What the point is your intelligence, right? You can have a minimum intelligence of zero, right? You can be dumb as a rock, as they say, like a complete vegetable, right? There's no negative intelligence. There's only zero. But on the right, it's unbounded. You can be infinitely smart, and right, you can have a super duper incredibly smart person, and the next day you can find that there's someone who's twice as smart as he is. And the next day you can find someone who's twice as smart as the next day you find someone who's 1,000 times smarter. And what we found, as far as I know, is that there's a correlation between IQ and wealth. The people who are so wealthy, they just have high IQ. So really what ends up happening is that the money goes to the IQ, the money goes to the intelligence. And that's a good thing because that means the intelligence have the power. And that's a good thing. That's basically democracy. That's the best form of democracy. Is it's ruled by intelligence, and the rule is distributed by the intelligence. It's the best world imaginable.
Okay.
Hmm.
And what do you think of dictatorships?
So there's terrible dictatorships like North Korea, and there's good dictatorships, I would say, like China or
Okay.
Dubai.
Hmm.
There's many good dictatorships and there's many bad dictatorships. Like Venezuela is a terrible dictatorship. I think
Okay.
Russia is I think it's a sort of dictatorship, and it's pretty much very bad.
Hmm.
So it's like a flip of a coin. You can have Xi Jinping in China right now, but before you had Mao Zedong.
Hmm.
So sometimes you get a complete and utter communist who destroys the country, and sometimes you have a capitalist who builds the country. So it's a flip of a coin.
Hmm.
With democracy, it's also a flip of a coin. It's also dangerous. Like America could become
Hmm.
like Germany was democratic, and they voted in Hitler. So
Hmm.
democracies can also, self-destruct. So I don't have a solution.
Would you be okay if the dictator was like the most intelligent?
It doesn't matter. I mean, the dictator doesn't need to be the most intelligent. If he is, like in Dubai, he is intelligent enough to understand how to run a very It's like the CEO of a company doesn't need to be the highest
Mm.
IQ person. He just needs just to be a good CEO. He needs to know where he's
Mhm.
going with the company, and to hire the best people. He doesn't need to be the most brilliant. It's possible that the most brilliant of the workers, of the employee, will become the next CEO. Maybe, maybe not. I don't
Mm.
know. But like you see, Elon Musk, it's really terrific. It's exactly as the theory predicts. Someone with a lot of money became very powerful, is going into politics, helped Trump get elected. So basically, we elected Elon Musk through our wallets because Elon Musk sold us so many great products that we gave him our money, we gave him our power,
Mm.
and now we're
Mm.
being ruled by a very intelligent person indirectly. But it's
I don't think that he's been elected by anyone in terms of governmental power, but
right. He was elected by our wallets. This is what they call, like, we vote with our wallet.
into what?
Excuse me. What?
And what is he elected into?
He runs the world now. He
And why
is.
do you say that?
I mean, he got Trump in. Trump was his choice. He is now sitting next to Trump, and he's whispering to Trump, and he's probably go on to now control the UK, and he'll go on to help other politicians get elected, and probably the next president in the United States will, Elon Musk will decide who that will be. So basically, Elon Musk now is the emperor of the planet, which is pretty good
Mhm.
because I like a lot of what
Mm,
he says. Not everything, but a lot of it is very good.
he's just the face of it all. He's just the face of it all. That doesn't necessarily mean that is the man.
What I don't understand. What do you mean he's the face of what? I don't understand what you just said.
Whatever you see isn't necessarily the truth. It's mostly the people who are unseen that on the
What do you
things.
mean? You mean the Jews?
I am a Jew, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything bad.
So
I
what
don't
do
know
you
why you
mean?
don't like Jews.
I don't understand. What do you like? You're saying there's a conspiracy? Talk. You gotta say more words. I can only ask so many questions. What are you saying? I don't understand what you're
Mhm.
trying to say. Are you gonna talk?
I say what I mean. The surface is only the surface. They're just middlemen. The people you see in the public are just middlemen.
So Elon
Mhm.
Musk is a middleman,
He's talking about. I think he's intimating at a kind of like shadow government and
but he's not
like dark
talking.
information and things.
He's not talking.
I know
He's saying
that's right, but
Are you gonna talk, Mister Commander in Chief 117? You gonna talk or what?
I am using my words. I am talking.
We're eagerly awaiting the next word because we're asking questions. You're not answering. What's going on? You don't wanna you don't wanna converse? Okay. Well, whenever you're ready to continue. Anyway, so as I was saying, we happen to be. So I don't believe that there is anyone in the shadows. And
I have a deep sort of skepticism and distrust of concentrated power, and it's not because I don't want like intelligent people ruling me, but rather because I think that they can get sort of pathologies, mental pathologies, and there's nothing to sort of recognize that and depose that.
so the beauty of capitalism is that you, in order to succeed in business, in order to make money, you have to be intelligent, you have to be functioning, you have to be on your toes, you have to work very hard, you have to hire the right people. There's so many things you need to get right that if you're able to maintain your wealth, that says everything. It says that you're sharp, you're as sharp. That's the best test of intelligence you can imagine. So I understand what
There
you
are plenty of intelligent people who are not rich.
what.
There are plenty of intelligent people who are not rich.
Right. So, but there is a correlation, as far as I know, between intelligence and wealth.
You do realize that Elon Musk has an entire team of people who helps him that you don't see. It's not all him by himself.
Uh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. So you just see the man Elon Musk and his success alone,
Mhm.
when in reality he has many, many, many people working for him.
Of course. Yeah.
So it's not just him; it's the entire company.
Yeah.
The company is what makes him. He can't do it without them.
But nobody's stopping you from becoming Elon Musk or anybody else. But only Elon Musk has become Elon Musk. So
That's not necessarily true.
what do you
Right?
mean?
There are many systems in place that may or may not prevent that.
I can barely hear what you're saying. You have like echoey mic. Maybe you can, I don't know, move closer to your mic or something.
I'm using Bluetooth headphones.
Ah, there you go. It's a problem.
Nobody really has a problem with it though, other than you. It's not a consistent pattern yet, so
Well, I can barely understand what you're saying. So, but as far as I understood what you said, so I said, right, there's only one Elon Musk on the planet, but nobody's stopping anybody else from becoming Elon Musk, right?
but you have an entire competition of people as well that will try and beat you down. There
Yeah,
are people who are trying to stop you doing that. Everybody will try and stop you.
yeah, but everybody is competing with everybody, and Elon Musk won the race. He's way ahead of everyone else. He's way ahead of Bezos and Zuckerberg and Gates and Buffett. Right? He's way ahead of his competitors. And he's moving up faster than anyone by far. And, everyone
Well,
is.
some biblical teachings would assume that he's the Antichrist.
Okay, I don't believe in the Bible, so.
No, it's just another form of knowledge. It's okay.
What do you mean it's okay? What do you mean by okay?
There are many forms of knowledge. It's up to you to accept or reject them.
You're welcome to introduce. Like you wanna claim that Elon Musk is the Antichrist because of the
I'm not
Bible.
claiming that myself. I'm not claiming that myself. I'm saying that there are teachings that proclaim as much.
Well, you're here talking to me, so you tell me how you feel. Like, do you feel? Anyway, so capitalism allows the wealthiest to rise and control as much of humanity as they can, and we end up basically it's a form of democracy. Capitalism is a form of democracy. Okay. Do you want to say something?
I'm good.
Okay. You get these pompous idiots coming in and being pretentious. I'm good. It's okay. The Bible has biblical prophecies, but it's okay. It's like it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. You're muted. It's okay. I wanted to.
Yeah, so we're going to do great things here. Thank you.
I'm telling the crew we didn't miss any of you, just a few words. Guys, that'll be up on X quick. Get that, put it on X myself. Back it up, grab it, post that right now so we missed for 30 seconds.
But I always say we have to be protective of our geniuses because we don't have too many, but that one is a good one. Now, I watched this rocket come down about 3 months ago, and I thought it was crashing. I was talking to somebody on the phone. By the way, same thing happened yesterday. It came down, and it was captured so beautifully. It came down, it's tumbling, it's a mess, it's going down. I say, oh, look at that thing, that's a disaster. And then it gets like a couple of miles away from Earth, and all of a sudden the engines start going on, the things start, and then I see it coming in and landing in the gantry, and I'm watching it and say, oh, it's going to crash. Oh, but those engines came out, and they blew the fire all over the place. And all of a sudden, those two big arms came in and hugged it like you would hug your little baby. And that sucker landed, and nobody's been able to do that but him. And he's a great guy. And we have him and Vivek and some great people working on a thing called TOS. And he's got the credibility to do it, too. We're going to do things that are really amazing. But he went out to Pennsylvania after that. He landed that rocket nobody had ever seen. By the way, China can't do it. Russia can't do it. Or come close. It would be 10 years before they can do it. And the U.S. can't do it except for him. And it's pretty amazing. But he did that. And then he journeyed to Pennsylvania, where he spent like a month and a half campaigning for me in Pennsylvania. And he's a popular guy. And he was very effective.
I was about to say the feat of the Starship landing is amazing, but defeating the deep state, backing them off, overriding them is even bigger. I mean, this is historic for the whole shooting match to stabilize America and the world in the future, to end the globalist project to destroy civilization, and that's what they're doing.
The name X. But his son is a great guy. One thing we know, his son is smart. If you believe in the resource theory, he's got a nice, smart son. But thank you very much to Elon and everybody. We've had so much help. Every radical and foolish executive order of the Biden administration will be repealed within hours of when I take the oath of office.
Now we're getting meat and potatoes.
Wait, so this is before the inauguration?
You're going to have a lot of fun watching television.
Thank you, Mr. President. Sorry, little X just followed me on the stage here. He's very enthusiastic.
Did you see his rocket yesterday? It was captured. And X is with him. X.
X, his son X.
Thank you, Mr. President. Sorry, little X just followed me on the stage here.
So where is the full speech? Is it a male? Wow. Wow. Jesus, it wants to bang. Did it pull out its pee-pee? Oh my god. It just wants her it wants to get in her panties. Oh my god. Wow. Is it a male or a female? Wow. What's that? Oh, a water bottle. Oh. Pufferfish. Oh my god, I spent a bang her. Jesus. Come on. Okay, let's see.
Following their logic, and they scream at you that you're fucking aggressive, radical, whatever. So I do believe that you're right about it doesn't matter how you present the message. At the end, the people who are, what you said, intellectually honest, they don't care how the argument is presented. However, I do see that, but we have to realize that about only 5% of society is intellectually honest and is interested in not being a hypocrite. 95% of people want to follow the mass. That is what fascism is. And what fascism has shown, like in the Second World War or other instances of mobbing is nothing else than fascism in a smaller circle. The worst fear of humans, I believe, is to be ostracized from your tribe, because that means death, that means hunger, that means being in the wild. So there are arguments that I do hear and I do understand.
So all the Holocaust victims, you know, they were not vegan, but Hitler was a vegan. So according to you, you would have saved Hitler and killed all the Holocaust victims. So terrific.
Understand. By Bite-Sized Vegan, for example, I think, did you see her latest video?
No.
So she made a claim that we shouldn't be radical, that we should be more empathetic. However, I do believe that it's empathetic, especially if you say I used to be like you. But she says that this optics of what vegans are, of how veganism is perceived and how vegans are perceived in society, it's a great fear of people to be ostracized as bad vegans. And I do believe if they go by the cube and they scream steak or I love meat, I'm going to go to the steakhouse now, that is showing that they are incredibly afraid of being ostracized from their tribe. That is like their little, they don't have any confidence in their stance, so they have to scream something like that just to anchor them with their people. So I think it's good that there are different kinds of activism and that some vegans are perceived more friendly from the non-vegans perspective. However, I think even they should, however, in a more friendly manner, have the same abolitionist message and not water the message down. But my activism online and offline, I think, would be a bit different. If I had to make a certain person that is just a normal person go vegan within a year, I do believe, or I die, would you have the same approach to make someone vegan if you had to make them vegan, or else you and everyone suffers immensely that you love? If you had 1 year, what would you do?
Yeah, I definitely try to make sure they would still communicate with me and keep the conversation going. So as far as like completely burning a bridge with somebody, I would try to avoid doing that. But again, people are so stuck in their ways, and I think they're so prone to ideological possession. I don't think I'd really change my approach all that much, if at all. I think the way I do things, where I have a very strong moral message, and the way I treat somebody is the way I would treat somebody who's a Nazi. If I'm talking to a Nazi about why they shouldn't kill Jews, I would tell them they're a piece of shit. I would tell them the horrible atrocity they're committing. I don't see a way where I could present the message in a, I don't know, softer tone, where it's like, no, it'd be better if you don't kill Jews. Could you just be? It just doesn't seem as much of a powerful moral message that would, help somebody see the moral imperative of what they're doing. Actually, I just recently had a really powerful mushroom trip the other day, a few days ago. Yeah. And, I realized people have a really tough time acknowledging the wrongdoing they commit. And, we'll do things like you'll see religious people say there's a demon inside me that has to be excised. You'll talk about people having like an alter ego. That's very common in sports, especially martial arts, like, Iron Mike, Sugar Ray. They create these alter egos for themselves that are capable of just a higher level of performance and more violence than normal. And I've seen murderers talk about how when they committed the murder, they feel like a different person, like somebody else did it, and they're seeing it from a third person perspective. People have this ability to detach themselves from what they're doing, and they'll do everything they can to not acknowledge that they're a bad person. And I think you literally just need to force it into them to get them to recognize you are a piece of shit, you are a piece of crap. And I don't see any way of getting them to internalize what they're doing and recognize that they're doing something wrong without hitting them over the head and shaming them in that sort of way. So I don't think I'd really change my approach to activism or my message in any substantial way, aside from avoiding like completely burning the bridge with somebody. I've done like in-person activism where I challenged somebody to an MMA match. I was just getting so pissed off with him, and then he was afraid of me, and he threatened to call the cops, and he started fighting with my wife instead of me because he was afraid I was gonna beat him up. But yeah, I don't see any other way of doing activism without shaming these meat eaters and making sure that they're well aware that what they're doing is completely intolerable and unacceptable. I'm not going to tell them, you're still a good person, but you could be a better person. No, you're not. You're a terrible person, and you're doing something terrible until you actually, start just meeting the moral baseline of, not violating these animals' rights.
Yeah, I asked that question just to test something, just to make my ideals are the same as yours when it comes to shaming people. And I think through shame, that's the greatest motivator, that we don't want to feel like hypocrites. That hurts. Even the most stupid people, they get very angry, and that's why they scream these kinds of things like steak. But I do believe, without lying to the person, without telling them that they're a good person if they're not vegan, that if I had to make a single average person vegan, I would have a different approach than I have at the moment when it comes to the first contact to the kind of activism that I do. I do realize when I speak to people on the streets that I'm being filmed, that I will be cutting this up into a very shareable TikTok video. I have been doing this for 4 years now. I choose my words that way. Sometimes I repeat a sentence that I know has been jumbled before or wasn't very clearly said, just that I know that I can cut it in again, and I don't see a problem with that. But if I publicly shame people, it's something like burning a bridge with that person that I'm talking to at the moment at that cube. Sometimes they go away and they're furious. I don't know what they will do after, and I don't think we have the evidence yet to show that this is a better approach than just telling them, okay, I realize you're not being vegan now. That's fucking sad. Please take this card, watch the movie here. Sometimes I don't go down that route. I say, just like you, you're a Nazi to animals. You're terrible. If you have a child with you, imagine I ate the child. I go completely explosion because I do also realize I will be cutting this to a video. And I think that person is closed for the next month. I think they will be too shameful to admit publicly that I was right and that I turned them vegan. It will probably take another vegan bringing them exactly the same message, but in a completely different situation, because otherwise they would have to publicly or to their family and friends admit that I, in a screaming match, made them go vegan. And that's fucking disgraceful to them and their tribe. So I realize that I take that into account. But since I am being filmed, and I know that even if I close the door from this person that I'm talking to for the next few months, this video has the potential to reach tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. I've had millions of clicks on single videos, and Miss Katie calls them clicks. So I have all these clicks in the whole society, and their thought window, their guilty conscience is being nudged and nudged and nudged every single time these videos go viral. Veganism is a huge topic over the last 3-4 years in the German-speaking countries, and I've made over 800 million clicks with my videos on TikTok and YouTube. For this topic, I've been on TV shows, I've been with multiple influencers, I've been on the radio, I've been on TikTok, and veganism has been brought more into the center of mainstream pop culture. It has more culturally.
Tell me.
Should I explain?
Yeah.
So animals are not objects, and as long as we're not vegan, we abuse them as commodities, we enslave them.
Yeah, but I like meat.
I like human meat. Can I go ahead and eat humans now?
Okay, but I'm not the only one who eating the meat.
So there are many people who rape. Can I go and join them?
Why the animals are there?
Because non-vegans sent them there into slaughter.
The animals here for us for eating.
Humans are here for me to eat. I can say the same thing. Why not?
The question is,
Okay.
which country allowed people to eat
You were
humans?
just showing that you're not very cognitively inclined if you really ask that question.
Yeah.
Just because you like.
And of course she attacks him. That's why vegans are evil. But she's hot. She has a very good body. I wouldn't say very good, pretty good body.
To eat something does not justify the murder.
Each country allow people.
Nice legs. Very nice legs.
If it were legal and if it were delicious, would it be okay to do that to humans? What you do to animals?
No, it's
exactly
not delicious. Or
but
not delicious.
if it were, I know it's very abstract, this question.
Yes.
If it were delicious and legal to eat humans, would it be justifiable to treat them the same way as non-vegans treat animals? No.
Maybe I should go to the street and do anti-vegan activism.
Oh, and that's why you need to be vegan. Animal rights are the logical extension of human rights.
And why do we have human rights? What is you're extending air. When was this? A month ago? Please debate me.
If we go into the zoo, we say that animals are objects.
Having the privilege of introducing the kids very closely to animals.
You can do that with sanctuaries and show them the animals that have been saved from these industries. But if you go in there and buy a ticket, or you eat their bodies, or you drink their milk, you teach your children that this abuse is okay.
I totally agree.
Amazing. But that means that we need to be vegan and not go into the zoo and not eat them.
It depends.
What depends?
I believe in balance. It depends. It's subjective.
Out of the victim's perspective, this is not a subjective matter. This is, you don't respect the animals, though. Can I respect your child and enslave them?
You're not eating dogs, of course.
But then you eat a cow. Where's the difference?
Vegan means plants, right?
Yes.
And plants are living creatures.
Okay. So you believe mowing my lawn is the same as stabbing chickens in a row?
Yeah. If we.
Your mom believes that picking a flower is the same as stabbing a dog. Oh yes. Please stop doing that to the animals.
And she's talking to the baby. Very nice. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She is saying picking a flower is the same as stabbing a dog. That's just dishonest. You understand that?
Oh, dishonest. Oh, a vegan is complaining somebody's dishonest.
Do you think we should respect animals?
Yeah, I think we should respect, but we also need to eat.
Yeah, but can we respect someone and eat their body?
Yes.
How can I respect you and treat you as a commodity and then eat you?
In the Netherlands, we have rules. Better life.
So you have a great life, right?
Yeah.
So I can eat you now?
Not the same. That's
Where's the
cannibalism.
difference? Yeah, why is cannibalism so wrong, but eating animals is okay?
There's nothing wrong with cannibalism.
They feel the same way, don't they, the victims? Yeah. So if I want to respect
There's no right and wrong. It's nothing to do with right and wrong.
You? Can I treat you like you treat the chickens?
There are people
They will put you in jail.
that want to eat meat.
Yeah, there are people who
And there
want
are
to eat
people
human
who
meat.
want to
Can I
eat
eat
vegan.
human meat?
The difference is cannibalism.
That's literally given in the question. You're not giving an answer. Maybe we come back to the respect part because you're adamant.
Every question at the end is some circular, some self-referential system. Like your extension of animal rights starts from human rights, okay? What's your foundation for human rights?
And about not really answering that.
And if I would ask that, you say, that's absurd! That's absurd! You say absurd!
That question. How can I respect him and eat him?
You don't.
So
No, you can respect and eat. There's no contradiction.
we cannot respect the animals and treat them
Yes, you can.
like you treat them right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. That's honest. Finally coming around to an honest
But
conclusion.
that's how the world is.
Yeah, but we don't have to be a part of it because a part of the world is also vegan. So you can choose which part of the world.
Yeah, I choose to be anti-vegan. I hate vegans. That's my choice. Right? It's just a choice. You just said it's just a choice. There's no difference. All moral systems are identical.
That you want to look at and be part of, and you should do that out of the basis of your heart and not of that.
Exactly. So my heart is to eat the chicken, and you can do whatever you want.
What most of the world does.
I never really thought of it, but yeah,
Put yourself in the victim spot.
we will consider it.
No, do
We
it.
will do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you will do it.
Have a nice evening.
Have a great vegan evening. Goodbye. Do you think we should respect animals?
Yeah.
Why are you not vegan yet?
I don't. Why aren't you killing yourself? Why don't you serve yourself, as a meal to the chickens, to the alligators? You're being very mean to the alligators. Anyway, let's continue. Let's see.
For sure. I mean, it has to be worse than Kamala Harris's.
I don't understand, where are all the live shows of the inauguration? How Trump made Snoop Dogg and the Village People flip sides.
Less than 2 years ago, the manager of the Village People reportedly sent a cease and desist letter to Donald Trump's lawyer. Manager Karen Willis, the wife of one of the group's members, was supposedly upset that Trump had been filmed dancing to Macho Man at Mar-a-Lago. As Rolling Stone reported at the time, quote, the Village People are once again asking Donald Trump to stop using their music. Now, who knows if that story is true or not? It's in Rolling Stone, so honestly, it's probably completely made up. But just for a moment, for the purpose of this segment anyway, let's pretend it's accurate. From a practical perspective, the story makes sense. The Village People are basically gay icons by design. They produce gay anthems. And according to MSNBC, Donald Trump wants to throw all the gay people into camps. So how can the Village People possibly tolerate any affiliation or applied affiliation with the Orange Hitler, who wants to imprison and torture all gay people and every other minority as well? With that in mind, it'd be hard to think of a better illustration of Donald Trump's political comeback than the scene last night at Capital One Arena in Washington, where Trump was holding a victory rally. And after he was done speaking, the Village People themselves got up on stage with him, and this is what that looked like.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Now, apparently, we're not supposed to read this moment as an endorsement of Donald Trump by the Village People. On Facebook, one of the group's members, the guy who plays the cop, put out a whole statement about this, which is kind of entertaining to read, if only because he clearly wants to pacify the group's more militant fans, because apparently this group has militant fans. But he's not quite sure how to do it. Here's part of it. Quote, our performances are not an endorsement of the president-elect's policies. Having said that, we do support that we have a new president now. It wasn't the LGBTQ community that made YMCA great again by pushing the song to #1 for 5 weeks on a Billboard chart. 5 weeks at #1. It wasn't the African-American community that did that either. Janet Jackson has a song that says, I know you may have done some things for me in the past, but what have you done for me lately? Well, one man has done a lot for the Village People lately. His name is Donald Trump. So I guess they're endorsing the idea that we have a new president, and but the idea is he's endorsing the fact we have a new president, but not the president himself. But at the same time, they are kind of endorsing Trump because he's made them a lot of money lately, and so at least there's some honesty there. I don't know. Even so, obviously, the fact that these people were willing.
Trump has become a very rich person the last 48 hours.
To appear on stage, even if the PR cleanup effort is hilariously clumsy, the fact that they're willing to appear on stage is a pretty big sign that Donald Trump is far more mainstream now than he was just a few years ago. And more importantly, it's a sign that his rallies are, fun for a very wide array of people in the audience. People are excited about his administration, even if they're not hardcore Trump supporters. And that's why yesterday's rally produced this image, which will probably appear in history books at some point in the future, if people still read books in the future. This is what it looks like. It's the perfect image for demonstrating how badly Democrats have played their political hand. They have managed to lose the Village People. In fact, the Village People have gone from sending Donald Trump threatening legal letters to partying with him on stage. And they're not the only ones. I mean, there are many examples of this kind of thing this time around. For example, for his part, Snoop Dogg has had a similar arc. He's gone from acting out Trump's assassination in a music video and lashing out at anyone who performs his inauguration to actually performing at one of Trump's inaugural balls the other day. As USA Today reports, quote, the Rapper 53 on Friday performed at an event in Washington, D.C., where cryptocurrency executives celebrated the inauguration of President-elect Donald Trump. The inaugural crypto ball, held at the Andrew W. Mellon Auditorium, billed itself on its website as an event intended to honor the 60th presidential inauguration, America's first crypto president. President-elect Donald J. Trump, his incoming administration. The event did not feature an appearance from the president himself, but Trump's incoming crypto czar, David Sachs,
served as MC for the gala. So here's a little before and after of Snoop Dogg's views on performing at Donald Trump's inauguration, and this is less than 10 years apart.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast one of you, Uncle Tom, doing it. Which one of you gonna do it first?
Again, it's not hard to see why this is happening. I mean, we're talking about dramatic change, of course, but it's not hard to see why. It's the same reason that tech executives like Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos are going to Mar-a-Lago. It's also the same reason Donald Trump received a much larger percentage of the youth vote than any Republican candidate in recent history. Conservatives are now in a highly unusual spot, historically speaking. Conservatives are now seen, correctly, as far more interesting and engaging and entertaining than their opponents. They don't stand for censorship or political oppression. They stand for free thought. They stand for having families, enjoying life, having a prosperous life, rather than constantly dwelling on self-pity and feigned grievances. And as a result of that, they can have fun. Instead of making up threats to democracy and talking about Hitler, this is what was happening at Capitol One rally last night. Watch.
Sorry, little extras followed me on the stage here. He's a very enthusiastic supporter, as you can see. Yeah. So we're looking forward to making a lot of changes, and this victory is the start, really.
So the Republican Party is succeeding right now in some respects because of moments like this. Democrats resent happiness. They certainly resent children, and Republicans don't. There's evidence that at some level, Democrat voters understand this. Over at CNN, for example, they just ran this report. Quote, in the wake of the 2024 election, most supporters of the Democrat Party say that it needs to make significant changes and that they feel burned out by politics. According to a new CNN poll, the party faces its lowest ratings in more than 30 years. The report continues, quote, a 58% majority of Democrats and Democratic leaning independents say the Democratic Party needs major changes or to be completely reformed, up from just 34% who said the same after the 2022 midterm elections. The party retained control of the Senate but lost the House.
Is this AOC? The TikTok ban is too suspicious. Something is going on.
He's in Mecca. Yeah, I think he's great. I think Marco's doing a fantastic job. I think he's going to. Trip typically has been with UK, but I did it with Saudi Arabia last time because they agreed to buy $450 billion worth of our product. I said, I'll do it, but you have to buy American product, and they agreed to do that. They bought $450 billion. It was the least reported story I've ever been involved in. Well, I don't know. Saudi Arabia wanted to buy another 450 or 500. We'll up it for all the inflation.
Mr. President, you say we're going to end the war for stage. How do you plan to end the Ukraine war?
Well, we're trying to get it done as quickly as possible. It should have never started. The war with Ukraine and Russia should have never started. It would have never started if I were president. I don't think it's the push. I think it's going to happen, but maybe not quite yet. But it'll end up being in the Accords, the Abraham Accords. I think Saudi Arabia will end up being in the Abraham Accords. Could be, but so not a very long way. Oh, look at that! It says TikTok. My, what is that all about?
First, we have Alaska, sir. This is an executive order relating to unleashing Alaska's potential as an energy reservoir for the entire nation.
And what about Anwar?
I believe that would be included in aspect of the order.
We're opening up Anwar.
President Trump, you and your members of your team now used to warn about dangerous TikTok spying on Americans. What changed? They not worry about that anymore.
Well, it depends on the deal. I mean, I may not do the deal. I may do the deal. TikTok is worthless. Worthless. If I don't approve it, it has to close. I learned that from the people that own it.
Hello. What the fates of the evil.
Yeah.
What
are evil.
What are you doing up at this hour?
What are you doing up this hour?
What am I doing up? You don't know what are my hours. How would you know?
You don't know are my hours. You don't. How do you know?
You live in in the Irish lands, in the lands of the Irish people. Wait.
Well, maybe.
Oh my God! Elon Musk just did a Zig Heil. That's what they're going to come after.
I saw that. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Did you
Right
see
after he did
AOC said she's not attending the inauguration?
But that's not it. Wait, what? Who?
The AOC said she's not attending the inauguration because Trump is a rapist.
AOC?
She tweeted at AOC, the Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Ocasio-Cortez.
I put a link in the side chat.
Yeah, I know who AOC is.
I put a link in the video.
She's basically a vegan. She's basically a vegan.
Basically a vegan.
I am a vegan.
All these journalists are like, Congresswoman, are you going to the inauguration? Congresswoman, are you going to the inauguration? Are you going to the inauguration?
All the TikTokers are back. I can't believe that.
Wait, I can't. I'm trying to install TikTok on my phone. It doesn't let me. There's no TikTok. He's already dead.
He's already dead.
That's when you did, that's he's already dead.
Oh yeah.
He's already dead. Yeah. Anyway, so I couldn't find the TikTok, but now I just saw El Presidente. He just signed an executive orden to reestablish TikTok. He says TikTok is worthless unless he signs this executive order. So he can just take it for free, basically. Anyway, but I think he just saved TikTok. Mhm.
Can't believe it that we were gonna,
What, we're gonna have
Dude, it
TikTok?
was so funny. Did you see what happened to all the people who went to Red Note?
To
They went to
what?
Red Note, and all the Chinese were like, "Fucking
what?
leave! We don't want you here. Go back home, you colonizers." And all the leftists like left Red Note.
No way. Wait, what? The Chinese?
Yeah, did you not see
said-
that?
No.
Yeah, they were like, "Leave! We don't want you here." You didn't see that? That's crazy. Hey, Amber.
Hamburger. Wait, what?
What?
I come in, and as soon as I come in, you're like, leave, I don't want you here. What the fuck?
Oh no, not you. No, we're talking about TikTok. The TikTokers went to Red Note, and the Chinese were like, "Get the fuck out of here, fucking white people."
I thought that the Chinese were nice to them. I heard that like the Americans were surprised at how nice and welcoming the Chinese were, and then they wanted to immigrate to China.
That's insane. The Chinese were completely
was that,
racist
fake
the entire
news?
time.
Is that fake news? I expected them to be
suspect it was
racist,
fake
so that's
news.
why I was
Yeah,
confused.
yeah, they are
I
super
bet you
racist,
it was
bro.
fucking. It was some sort of like agents.
Yeah, because I was watching this chick called YV Edits, and she's like a feminist, like, and she like, she's talking about like men and stuff, and she says some good stuff. But like, she went to Red Note, and they were, she didn't want to colonize Red Note, because she's like Ukrainian. What's happening on the stream?
No, nothing. I'm just. It's too boring for the audience to just look at at us. So I might as well scroll through the YouTubes.
Why? Were you not
You're
interested?
missing my message.
That's weird. We're brilliant.
Missing your message?
Do you like Alex Friedman? Why do you like Alex Friedman?
Alex
think
Friedman
he sucks.
is Jesus Alex. No, Jesus Lex.
Oh, Lex
No,
Friedman.
he sucks. Isn't he a Jew?
Isn't
He
he
is
a
Jewish.
Jew?
Yeah, he's a crazy person. Is
Oh
what he
my
is.
God, he's a Jew. Oh my God.
The clip of him after his interview is
What do you-
crazy.
yeah, so what if he's a Jew? Like he's not. He's an extreme, like he's a Putin shill. So who cares?
He is a Putin
He's
shill.
not even. He's not
I
even.
don't know about
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, like what makes you call him a Putin shill?
Are you
Did you
kidding?
see the end of the interview?
Did you not see the
What?
entire interview with Zelensky? Lex Friedman was like,
Why you no peace?
"Yeah,
Zelensky?
why you not make peace with Putin, Zelensky? Why don't
Why
you
no peace?
why don't you cut your pee off and give it to Putin as a peace offering? Why don't you offer?"
You don't like Putin?
Yeah, what?
You don't like Putin?
Personally, if I like Putin, what do you think?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Why you not like Putin, Mr. Slade? Huh? This is not good for negotiations.
So I used to like Putin, and then
What about peace?
and then I listened to Destiny, and Destiny
Oh,
educated me.
Wait. Destiny, like the tweaker, are you talking about Destiny, the tweaker, the one that?
Destiny, the
Let me get
guy.
this straight.
Destiny, the guy that sleeps with everyone. Jesus.
Wait, are you talking about the guy that sucks cock?
Oh my word!
So did you hear Destiny? Destiny slept with Loner Box's girlfriend. Did you hear that?
Yeah, Pixie. Did you hear? Yes, in the
Destiny, the
video.
Have you seen that video of him sucking cock?
Yeah, I mean the
like,
guy.
yeah,
The guy's like a
crazy.
sex machine. It's like
And
everything.
your one is like blackmailing him right now. Are you seeing this? She has like a GoFundMe to raise money to sue him.
Wait,
And he's
The
like,
guy is a degenerate. That's what he is.
and he has
well, being a degenerate doesn't make him incorrect, right?
and
Like,
him
I mean,
and Lauren
it's just
Southern.
moral.
Lauren
Yeah.
Southern and him now have a secret baby.
That's what Rolo
That's
Tomasi said.
hilarious.
Yeah. I wonder, is that really true? Do they
Um,
actually have a baby?
That's what they
Because she didn't
say.
seem pregnant like recently.
That's
But
what
she
they
hasn't been pregnant. Like, I don't know.
But we saw her letters.
Who's-
That we saw the emails. How much she loves him. She
Yeah, but
writes
she,
him
she
love
didn't say she was
letters.
pregnant.
Well,
You
how
haven't
do
seen
you
her
know that's
pregnant.
her email? Like, okay, so like I understand, like people keep saying about stuff like that, and I'm not saying I don't believe it, but that might be true, right? Like that might be the case, but like, is there actual substantial evidence that he's actually slept with like with her or whatever?
Look,
Like,
She said
is
she
there
would
actual
also.
evidence?
all I know
They,
is what
yeah, like
President Sunday said, and he seems to do his research. He knows a little bit of what he's doing. Not but he's pretty
Wrestling
reliable.
Sunday, that guy sounds familiar too. I think I've heard of
actually
him.
know it's Sunday. I mean,
I've
Is
been
it a
he's a hit or
Canadian
miss,
guy? Is
but
it
he can be pretty
Canadian?
good.
Is he Canadian? Is
He's
he Canadian?
Yeah,
Okay, then I know who he is. Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
like a real communist, like a real communist.
Like
He
a real
hates
communist.
he hates Israel like nobody's business.
Oh my God, it's
Jesus.
crazy. His debate with Dr. Avi was insane.
What about the Bolsheviks?
I
What
like
does he think of the
President Sunday.
Bolsheviks?
I mean,
What does he
President
think of
Sun.
Bolshevism?
What what? What does he think of
What does he
Bolshevism?
think of Bolshevism? Yeah.
I don't know,
If he
but
hates Israel,
he's a communist. What do you mean? He's a commie. He's a super leftist. He
He went
thinks.
from the right wing to the left wing. He like transitioned. He got like a
Oh,
political surgery.
Yeah.
He's trans. He's trans
Yeah,
political.
he's anti SJW. I think.
that doesn't make sense. That's so paradoxical.
I mean, everything changed after October 7th.
Communists don't like gay people.
Oh, I don't
Really?
know. Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
what about the Marxist, the far leftist Marxist?
I don't know.
I mean,
Look, everyone today is
The tanky,
completely.
yeah.
Yeah, they're all fat and they like scream at you and they have gay flags everywhere.
I don't know.
Oh,
Has
really?
is the leftist, and he's not like that, is he?
Who?
Has infrared. Has infrared. He's like a MAGA
I don't know who that
communist.
is. Oh, dude, I hate that guy. That guy's an idiot. That guy's
He's
a
a
retard.
Hegelian. He's a Hegelian communist.
Wait, who?
He's like
He's like
he's a
Haas
Hegelian.
with his little squeaky voice. You don't understand. And like,
He's a hairy
shut up.
like dude. Like you know.
They asked him the question if he's a Jew or Muslim. Didn't he say he's a Muslim and then he said he's a Jew? Like he can't make his mind up.
He just he's everything. So, the video where he said he's a Mongol. He says he's a Mongol. It's the best video ever. Like, a Mongoloid.
He's whatever he needs to be for the occasion. He's whatever he needs to be for the certain occasion. So whoever he's talking to, he's gonna be like he's like a chameleon. He can shift. He can like shape shift or change
Transformers.
Yeah.
Anyway, so is everyone here psyched? Oh, wait, but
President?
Amber, I don't know what we're seeing here. It's terrifying. What are we seeing here?
Terrifying.
Someone's butt.
I don't know what we're seeing.
the Roman
Is the means of the butt.
I don't know what
That's
we're
like-
seeing. I don't understand.
That's my butt.
Is this butt like collectively owned? Like-
Where's your head? Is your head away from us? Is it to the right? Where is your head?
What?
It's up.
Your head is
That's someone's
up?
ass.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Are you
My legs
undressed?
are down and my head is up. Yeah,
Are you
obviously.
dressed? What I don't know what part of
No.
your body are we seeing here? I'm trying to understand.
That's the butt. That's the butt,
a butt
obviously.
What
It's
are
a
you
butt cheek.
doing?
It's someone's butt cheek. With like
I'm just I'm in the frame.
I don't understand what we're
like a hammer and
seeing.
sickle. It's like communism.
Yeah.
Is it your left
Yeah.
butt cheek, your right butt cheek? What
It's my left one.
It's your left butt cheek, and so. And what are you doing? You're twerking?
No, I'm just moving the camera and showing my butt.
I don't understand what we're seeing.
It's a butt. That's very obvious.
Ass
Why are you
cheek.
so confused by it?
You don't understand what an ass looks like? What is happening?
I don't understand. I
How
don't.
come you can't
okay.
understand?
So Ilu left because this is degeneracy, disgusting.
That is misogynist. Okay, the
Elo,
female form is not discussed.
Elo, I
That
don't
is
know. I didn't
is
post it, so you cannot blame me. I am not the one to blame.
Mr. Macintosh. I love that. That's really nice.
No, this
Uh,
is
The
my
accent.
promotion. Mr. Slave lets me promote or I don't stay.
Hello.
Elo. Uh, okay, so who here hates vegans? No one?
Well, I'm not vegan, but I don't harbor any hate for them.
Okay. Why don't you hate vegans? What's your
It's
evidence?
too much effort.
What's your evidence
It's too
that
much effort to hate.
it's too much effort to hate? But okay, what's your explanation for Fermi's paradox?
Hey,
For which
fix the
paradox?
chat.
What?
Fix the chat.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Fix the chat. Okay, so what's your solution for Fermi's paradox?
Fermi's?
Fermi's paradox.
Okay. What's my solution? Can I smoke a bowl first and then tell you?
No, we don't allow anyone to inject themselves intravenously with substances.
Well, I think basically. All right. So, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think we're alone in the universe, but
So where?
it is it's quite large. It is
Mhm.
quite large.
Mhm.
So, you know, it's going to be very
Mhm.
difficult to find us.
Wait, Fermi's paradox doesn't say that they're looking for us. All it says is that life tends to expand, and if there is even a single civilization in the universe, they should be expanding, and they should be here by now. So where are they?
Um, hmm. Well, like I said, I think it's a big universe. So they don't
It's big,
they don't
but
have to
life
necessarily be here by now
but life
because
but life can grow as fast as resources allow it. So a civilization will grow, it will expand like a sphere. It will be an expanding sphere that will conquer galaxies in a sphere of an expanding sphere.
Mhm.
So
Okay, well maybe could it be
Mhm.
that aliens are hiding or perhaps the answer is that we're alone in the universe. It's
No,
I don't have a hard
no,
answer.
no. Life
Oh,
doesn't.
okay.
Why
Oh,
would
well,
they? Why would they hide? Like you have to come up
well,
with.
you're asking me for theory. You're asking me for theories. I mean, this is a theory. It's not like
Yes,
an
but
answer.
you
It's a
have to
theory.
be able. What do you mean? You have to be able to explain Fermi's paradox. What do you mean?
Well, why? Well, okay. Why? I mean, why would they hide?
Mhm.
I mean, because civilizations are sometimes hostile and they're protecting themselves.
What? What do you mean? I mean, there is. Let's assume
I
Earth.
mean,
Let's assume.
that's what do you mean? What do I mean? I just answered your question. I'm supporting my theory.
Right, but let's assume Earth, right, is a civilization. Now it's going to start going into the stars. It's going to start expanding as a sphere that's going to conquer this galaxy. I mean, the stars around, and then the galaxy, and then the next galaxies. It's going to keep growing as an expanding sphere. Why?
No,
Right.
I get it.
So we don't see
Hmm.
aliens. So, like, if we saw aliens, we would hide, maybe, but we don't see anything. So why would we not expand? Like, you can't even stop this expansion because because people want to have kids and populations grow and they grow as fast as resources allow, and they're just going to look for the next asteroid to build a homestead on, and then the next moon, and humanity will just
Right.
go into the stars because naturally life wants to expand. That's the nature of life.
No,
So
I get it. I totally get what you're saying, and
so why would
and yeah, no, I'm just offering a
Mhm.
possible explanation,
You
and like,
can't.
certainly you've heard of Stephen Hawking, his warning against like broadcasting ourselves out into space, because he felt that would be dangerous. And I mean, certainly, that sentiment probably isn't the only one in the entire universe. He said, "Listen, but don't shout." That was, or something like that. And and it's just a philosophy. It's not. I'm not saying it's my personal philosophy. I'm giving you a possible explanation from a point of view.
Okay, so 1 second. So Ilu, I'm sorry, but Amber wants to put her stuff here. I don't know what to tell you. You can close your side chat so you don't see it. It's not critical. Oh, he left?
He's allergic to cake.
No,
No, it's the
Ilu.
other guy.
Yeah, it was the other guy. Oh, no, that guy left. Monsieur Slave. Who is this Ilu?
No.
Ilu is my fan?
No.
He's your fan?
No.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. Wow, I'm beginning to become a little bit of a tired individualistic personalitization. What? You're not tired? You don't want to schluffen Sie bieten?
I just got here. I slept already.
Oh, I gotta go and schluff because I have to go. Anyway,
Okie doke. See you next time.
okay, thank you. See you, May.
Anyway.
Anyway, bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right, suddenly I am tiring. I'll see you later. Bye.